What up, peeps? Today is the first official day that I have the opportunity to start working on our new store here. The contractors still have a few projects that they're finishing up, so you're gonna see some tools and probably them in the background, but over the next couple weeks, you are going to see this place be transformed into the world's greatest video game store. It's just me today, just here by myself. So the first thing I have to do is try to empty some stuff out of these pods that have been in the parking lot for a while. I can't move glass cases by myself. I'm gonna have to wait until I have a little bit more help here to do that, but I can move a bunch of other stuff. And my plan for today is to try to get all of the aisles put together with the grid wall, and then potentially some other little things here and there, but my main focus is gonna be on the grid. There's a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of other items in this pod here, but unfortunately, those are gonna have to wait. I can't move those arcade cabinets and stuff all by myself. It's gonna be way too heavy, but I've got Bobby with me for the next video, so we'll take care of that then. Thank God the AC in here is working, because I'm sweaty right now. Moving all that stuff by myself in the hot sun is not easy. But the sweat is worth it. The sweat means that I'm making progress and I'm getting things done. I very easily could have waited until tomorrow till I have more help and just started all this tomorrow with another person, but I don't want to wait. I've said from the beginning that as soon as we get the chance to get in here and start working, I'll be here 24/7 until it's done, and that is my plan. I'm not gonna sleep here, of course, and I still have more inventory to enter at home, which I plan on doing every night after I leave here, but I'm not stopping. I'm on my 6th day of working in a row right now, and I'm not stopping. We got number 7 tomorrow, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever it takes. Let's get this grid put together. Yeah! While I'm opening up all this grid wall and creating a huge mess of cardboard for me to clean up right after, I want to tell you guys about today's sponsor, and that is XYAB. They are a video game accessory wholesaler and distributor, and they are our favorite one. They are the one that we choose to order most of our stuff from because not only is their customer service top-notch, but also their products, their packaging, their pricing, their shipping, everything is perfect. They are the go-to accessory distributor for us here at Double Jump Video Games. They've always been so nice to work with. They've been super accommodating. And when the tariffs were put in place and a lot of other accessory companies were adding tariff fees onto their shipments, XYAB was the first one that came out and said, we're not gonna charge you guys anything extra. We're going to eat whatever costs there are and cross the bridge in the future when we come to it if necessary. But they really care about their customers, and they wanted to make sure that we could still get the stuff that we needed at the price we expected to pay, because they know that that kind of stuff affects everyone in the industry and it makes it more difficult to run a game store. So definitely work with them if you can. They, like I said, they are the best. XYAB, there'll be a link in the description down below. And if you do decide to sign up with them, whether you're planning on opening up a game store in the future, you're doing so now, you already have a store, whatever it is, please let them know that Double Jump Video Games sent you. Thanks to XYAB for sponsoring this video. And now I get the fun job of having to clean up all of this cardboard. What? What? Well, I guess it's done. Now that the hard work is out of the way, we get to start the fun part, which is actually putting together all the grid to create our aisles, which is going to really start making this place look like a store. And it's gonna be really, really cool because we did this once in the past. We kind of set the glass cases where they were going to be, but we never actually had the grid together. So minus the glass cases, which will be in the next video, we'll be able to actually see where all of the aisles will be, the kind of space that they're actually going to take up, and hopefully we have enough grid. We actually have a little bit extra grid, I think like 8 more pieces, that is currently in our storage unit that we may not have enough. We'll see as I put this together. I know it's a little hard to kind of see it, but this is what one little section of grid looks like. It's basically, if you looked at it from the top, it's like a big H or an I on its side. This currently is just being held together with zip ties, but don't worry, that's not all we have. There are some sort of like brackets and stuff that are somewhere in one of the pods, and I'm gonna have to try to dig those out. It's not in any of the other boxes that I brought in. So I'm gonna try to find them before I get through, you know, doing all of this, but I wanted to at least get one of them set up so that I could show you guys what it looks like. And that is 6 feet tall. That is, 4 feet wide. Each panel is 2 feet by 6 feet. So each aisle will have, I think, 2 of these for the first couple aisles here that are kind of blocked by this. And then every other aisle, I think we'll have 3 or 4 of them. So they're gonna be pretty big aisles, plenty of room for product. So I have some bad news. After digging around in the pod and not being able to find those little brackets that go on the bottom of the grid, I decided to log into my account and go back to when I placed the order for all this stuff, which was a year and a half ago, which is why I can't remember. And turns out I never actually ordered those pieces. And I don't know why. Maybe I was thinking that I would just do it all with zip ties, but you can't do that. For a convention, it's fine, but not for a permanent setup. So luckily, I can order them from Uline, and they are here in Washington. So they will be delivered probably on Monday. Today is Saturday. Not a huge loss because I do have other stuff that I can work on. So today's not a waste, for sure. I'll just work on other stuff, but kind of sucks because I wanted to do the grid wall first. But I guess instead, we'll just work on other little projects. The first of which will be these right here. And this probably doesn't look like much. These probably just look like cardboard boxes, which they're not. These are actually our countertops. These are what the computers will go on for the trade-in counter and the checkout register. And these are from IKEA. So they do have a cardboard topping on here, but they have a bunch of legs that screw in here. They are adjustable. I may have to run back to the other store to grab a couple tools. And then we also have some drawers that I have to put together that'll go under these as well to hold pens and papers and whatever we need. But this will be kind of cool. Be my first time putting these things together and kind of seeing them in place. I put grid together plenty of times, but this is gonna be really cool. So I'm gonna do this first. These will be our counters, and then we have like some other random things. There's like some shelving units that are like chrome wire shelving units that are gonna be used for storage in the back. I can put some stuff like that together, but I'll start with these. Before I jump into that though, I wanted to give you guys an update on the slat wall situation here, because the last time we showed you this in a video, it wasn't as far along as it is now. So they have done all of this. There's one little piece there that's to go up top there. You can barely see, but it's missing just like a small section. And then going all the way around, they were able to finish off that corner. There's still the little access panels here, which they have not put up. These are for our open signs, which are going to be, there's windows behind there. But the slat goes all the way around, and then another access right there for another open sign. And then they finished all of this. So today when I came in, it's the first time that I saw this wall done. They're gonna do that little orange wall there as well. And then the last thing, which I'm assuming they're going to be finishing today, is the wall in that room, which will be storage for all of our empty cases. Contractors are supposed to be here in like half an hour to an hour and a half. They said like 1 to 2 p.m. So I've just been here by myself for now, but as soon as they get here, I'll see if I can maybe get some time lapses of them doing some work as well. But there's the update on the slat wall. And then by the end of today, it should all be done. So all the tables are done. These two are roughly in the spot that they're going to be. We have the outlets in the floor there, which will give power to the computers that are set up there. And then these are the other ones. The height on these should be correct. The height on these is not. These are supposed to match those ones, I believe, or they're gonna match this taller one here. This is 40 inches, those are 34 inches. That matches our current countertop at the store. Well, it's half an inch lower, but smaller kids and people in wheelchairs will sometimes have trouble accessing the like credit card terminal or the counter, so going a half inch lower is fine there. This is 40 inches though, which matches the height of the glass cases that are going to be next to it. So I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do yet, but these are also roughly where they are going to be. My phone is going to die pretty soon though, so I need to go over to the store one more time for like my 4th or 5th time today and grab a charger. And I didn't want to just do these. So I did go ahead and put together more of the grid, even though it's just held together with zip ties and we're gonna have to redo it once the other parts get here. But this is exactly where it will be for the first little aisle here. So this is the gap that you'll have to walk through. This is like 6 feet, so plenty of space. And then on this side of it here, there will be a glass case here, and then another one on the other side. They'll be back to back. And those are only 4 feet out from there. And this is like a 10 or 11 foot gap. So plenty of space to walk around. I was actually a little bit worried that our aisles would be too narrow, but I think that they're gonna be perfect. I think that this is going to be incredible. I was really worried about the distance between this shelf and that wall. And when I was measuring things out before, I was like, man, these aisles might be on the smaller side. But now that I physically have this here and I know that a glass case over here isn't gonna stick out farther than this, that gives us about 7 feet of distance right here between the aisles, and that's going to be great. I don't like when stores are super cramped. Tall ceilings will really help with that. We don't have that luxury here, so making our aisles a little extra wide is how we're going to solve that problem and make the store feel very, very comfortable. Take a little bit of a break to come over here and check out this little pond because we drive by it. It's right across the street from the entrance to the parking lot of our store. But I haven't been over here yet, and I didn't realize that there were gigantic fish in here. This is so cool. We're only 1.2 miles from the old store, but this new spot over here is just so much nicer. Like, there's so much trees, there's so many like bushes, and there's nice grass, and like this little pond right here. It's just such a nicer area, even though it's so close to where our other store is. And I should also mention this because we keep getting the question from people if we are opening a second location or if we are just relocating. And we are not opening a second location. We are just moving our store from one spot to a new spot. It's twice as big, over twice as big, but no, we are not opening a second location. At least not yet. Once I got back from my break, I decided to open up a bunch of these other boxes that I had brought in along with all of the grid wall. And it's just some random stuff. We have this like yellow plastic sandwich board sign. And then we also have these metal sign holders, which I was kind of planning on putting these kind of around the store. Maybe one of them kind of by the front door when you enter. If we're having a sale or something like that, we can put the flyer on there. Maybe have one that says like, you know, Super Nintendo games wanted, you know, something that we're looking for like that. Maybe also I was kind of thinking one of them could go over by the entrance to the Blockbuster section. And it can maybe have some info about Blockbuster and stuff like that. But these are pretty quick and easy to put together, so I didn't bother to film them at all. And we also have this chrome wire shelving here, which I'm gonna try to get put together before I get out of here for today. So unfortunately, I could not put together those chrome shelves because once I opened the box, I realized there's no actual like legs in there. There must be in another box that's buried somewhere in one of the pods. So have to worry about that later, but I at least got some stuff done today, and it doesn't look like much, but I was alone, so did what I could. As I finish up today, I can't help but just look around the store and realize that this dream that I have had for about 2 years now is finally happening, and I'm finally able to work on it. It's just so crazy because with all the delays and everything that happened, it just kind of felt like this was something that we would never actually get to do. And I always knew that, you know, rationally, eventually it would happen, but when things get delayed and pushed off for so long, you kind of just get that feeling in your head that like, well, I guess it's just never gonna happen, right? So I'm very happy that it finally is, and we're finally able to make some progress here. And I just cannot wait to continue working on this. And it's extremely tiring. I'm very sweaty and tired, but I would not change anything about it. It is just so much fun. And I wanna thank you guys for sticking with us on this journey. I hope you guys are excited for the rest of the videos in this little mini series here of building the world's greatest video game store. So thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.